Making my downward block and I'm pushing against the bubble, I'm really not, like if I make half front face, let's say I'm making half front facing, my hips are here. I think I want my hips here, but I pull this hip back. So when I pull that hip back, I don't know if you can see it, but my body's trembling right now. I'm like, my body's stretching back. My feet, I can feel my feet really are, there's a lot of pressure on my feet right now against the floor. You follow that idea? Then when I punch, I release that. It's like I bend, I get this kind of tension, and then I release. So I'm not making a new position. I'm taking one position and bending against that position. You see the difference? When I started feeling that in my movement, it got about a third stronger. It was like I wasn't driving my technique consciously anymore. My body was snapping into the next position on its own. So when you do it, when you find that line, when you actuate that line, recognize that kind of tension you're feeling, that you're pressing against, you can capitalize on that for your next techniques, like stretch, pump, release, like pull back on an arrow, release the arrow.
Il faut vraiment capitaliser sur la tension que vous avez réussi à créer et l'utiliser pour votre technique suivante.
You won't feel that if your whole body is stiff.
Et vous le sentirez pas si
It
votre
has to be
corps est
one
tendu.
particular line that you're pulling against, like that one guitar string that you're stroking. Boom,
C'est
now you
juste
got.
cette ligne, c'est comme juste
you
une
got
corde de
that
guitare
resonance.
qu'on tend en particulier
follow?
pour avoir le mouvement qu'on veut.
So go back and try that. But here's the other thing I would say. You can look at your karate practice many different ways. But one way is it's an awakening to your body. It's a body awareness exercise. Like you will become more attuned to your body than the normal person. Okay? It won't be ordinary. It will be extraordinary. It will be extraordinary feeling of your body.
Il y a plein de façons de penser.
Simply with kinesthetic things. Like you can stand and know that my foot is like a half an inch. My right foot is a half an inch behind my left foot on a line, and now I'm on the line. You know your body. You can feel that.
Quand vous connaissez votre corps, vous savez que votre
Sensei one time said to me, when I was young, he said, basai dai, so I did basai dai. He said, very good basai dai, Rick, but you weren't grabbing the floor with your little toe. And I thought he was joking. I'm like, that's a good one, Sensei. I wasn't grabbing the floor with my little toe. And he said, no, Rick, actually you weren't grabbing the floor with your little toe. And I recognized then that little things matter, like you want to feel everything.
un jour où il a fait la réflexion alors qu'il faisait Basai Dai.
Doing these exercises, I want you to be very deliberate and quiet and mentally kind of feel that connection. Don't let your ambition override that. Just feel what your body's experiencing.
Donc faites l'exercice dans le
It's a
silence.
crude movement, but an extraordinary connection to your action.
Il faut une connexion extraordinaire à toutes vos actions.
Be quiet. Sometimes you have to kind of slow down to be up to speed to kind of wake up that perception. So even an exercise like this, when you have somebody pushing back as a sense of biofeedback, sometimes I'll close my eyes. I'll feel exactly what is that line that I'm drawing. If I'm doing heian nidan and I'm here and somebody's pushing in that direction, that's a totally different line inside my shape than if someone was pushing from the front. Now that's a different line. Someone's pushing here, that's a different line. So when I'm doing my kata and I'm executing without a partner, I'm imagining that energy coming from that. So when I engage, I make that line. That's the line I'm drawing. So it's a meditation in body awareness.
C'est presque un processus de méditation finalement. Vous devez ressentir.
So don't just mindlessly walk through your kata.
C'est pas répéter les
When you
techniques
step,
sans y penser en
you
fait.
feel that connection. I feel like my scapula, everything. I'm trying to get this to connect with that foot. Boom, boom, and then boom, boom, and connect.
Il faut tout faire en conscience.
Connect, and then it's gone. You're stroking that guitar string.
Il faut tout faire en conscience.
So the form isn't what we see. The form is what you feel. That would be my bottom line.
Donc la conclusion d'ailleurs, c'est que la forme, c'est pas ce qu'on voit. Finalement, la forme, c'est ce que vous ressentez.
Yep. So that was the fourth thing. So we have axial elongation, Hotton supported technique. Your breath is a synchronization, a releasing of energy sort of phenomenon.
Le centre, la respiration, c'était les trois premiers points.
The form is the internal line that you're actuating.
La ligne interne que vous formez, la forme de votre technique.
And then I would say the last thing is you want to go in. Mentally you want to go in. And I don't mean like be aggressive. What I'm saying is the moments of your life are always coming at you and you have to step forward. Like you get up in the morning, you put your foot down, you're stepping into your life. But you're doing that every moment you're stepping into your life.
Okay, la dernière chose, ça serait de vraiment rentrer dans votre vie de façon proactive. C'est entrer dans la vie, vous avancez tout le temps.
In Aikido they call it irimi. Irimi means to go in. okay? And the idea is that if I go through life with any of this feeling of trepidation, no, it's not good. So Funakashi said, spirit first. So you're, and then I step into that feeling. Scooch back just a smidge. Okay, he's going to come in with a punch, and what's going to happen when he comes in with the punch is I'm not going to block. I'm not going to block like this. I'm not going to be reactive to his block. When he comes in, I'm going to just make a connection. So as he comes in, I connect.
Donc Sensei crée juste une connexion, il n'est pas en
It's a different
réaction
feeling.
à la technique.
So instead of this in my movement, I have this in my movement.
Donc pas de tension, la relaxation et on
see-
accueille le mouvement.
So this is a quality of engagement. It's not a reactiveness, it's a connectionness. So as soon as he moves, I just find that connection.
Pas une réaction, c'est une connexion.
And this arm, actually, everybody do this. Put your arm out. Put your other hand here. Now push with this hand against this hand. And I want you to see how relaxed you can keep this hand that's pushing back to be. Like I don't have to tighten my arm. Like my arm can be actually really relaxed, right?
Poussez contre
Because
votre
what
bras,
are you
mais gardez
doing?
votre main relaxe.
You're drawing that internal line inside. The thing we were talking about, right? Like there's one particular line that's connecting that to your center, but everything else can be pretty loose.
Donc il y a une ligne qui va jusqu'à
You feel
votre
that?
centre qui connecte ça.
Like
à
I can be
l'attention
super
ici, et le
floppy.
reste peut être très
I can be
relax.
pushing really hard here, but my arm can be super relaxed. I don't have to tighten. But how
pas
much of
nécessairement mettre de
karate?
l'attention.
How much of karate do we see this? We see this sort of tightening phenomenon. Like people tighten when they block. I would say no. You just find that connection.
Donc très souvent on voit qu'il y a de la tension sur tout le corps.
But my Aikido teacher says, he says it's not I-body do. It's not I-body do. It's Aiki-do. Aiki means that feeling of connectedness to your
Aiki
partner.
dans Aikido, c'est le sentiment de connexion avec le partenaire.